Let's start with a line I hear all the time: we're a data-driven company. And I'm not saying people are lying when they say it. I think they mean it. But then you peek behind the curtain and you see the same pattern everywhere. Dashboards are built, but nobody opens them after the first week. Reports hit inboxes, but they don't change anyone's priorities. And after spending a lot of money on BI tools, the business still runs on intuition, habits, and whoever speaks the loudest in the meeting. If that feels familiar, you're not alone. Most organizations stall at the same place, level 2 BI maturity. Today we're going to unpack why that happens, and more importantly, how to break the plateau.
I'm Elias Mercer, and this is the BI channel, where data meets decisions. My approach is simple. Take complex BI ideas and translate them into something you can actually use on Monday morning. And this topic, the BI maturity gap, is one of the most common reasons analytics programs feel busy but not effective. Lots of activity, not enough impact. Zooming out for a second, BI maturity looks different depending on where you are in the world. In the United States, adoption of tools is often fast. A company buys the platform, spins up dashboards, maybe hires a couple analysts. But cultural adoption tends to lag. The technology arrives before the habits do. In parts of Europe, you'll often see stronger governance and compliance muscle, a lot of rigor around definitions and controls, but sometimes slower experimentation because the guardrails are heavier. Across much of Asia, especially in finance and manufacturing, there's rapid digital acceleration and a push to operationalize analytics quickly. In Africa, BI ecosystems are emerging fast, and you see creative, mobile-first innovation that's shaped by different infrastructure realities. In LATAM, analytics adoption is growing steadily, but teams are frequently constrained by resources, legacy systems, and competing priorities. Those differences are real. But here's the universal pattern. Most companies, regardless of region, stall at level 2. They have reporting. They have dashboards. They have data. But they don't yet have decision intelligence. They can describe what happened. They can't consistently decide what to do next, in a way that's repeatable and measurable. So let's define what we mean by levels, because the word maturity can feel vague. I like to think about BI maturity as 5 stages. Level 1 is data access. This is the land of basic visibility. Manual spreadsheets. Someone pulling numbers from different systems and stitching them together. It's not glamorous, but it's foundational. You're just trying to answer, can we even get the data? Level 2 is reporting and dashboards. This is where dashboards exist and reports are standardized. On paper, it looks like progress. And it is progress. But there's a catch, the dashboards are often static. People consume information, but action is inconsistent. Decisions still happen in meetings, and the dashboard is something you check afterward, almost like a receipt. Level 3 is analytical insight. This is where the questions get better. Teams move from what happened to why did it happen. Data becomes diagnostic, not just descriptive. Instead of staring at a KPI, you start investigating drivers, segments, process breakdowns, and root causes. Level 4 is predictive intelligence. Now you're forecasting, modeling, and running scenarios. You're using data to shape strategy before results show up. It's less reactive, more anticipatory. Level 5 is decision intelligence. This is the highest bar. It's not just AI, and it's not just dashboards. It's a system where data, algorithms, and human judgment work together. Decisions are consistent. The logic is explicit. The impact is tracked. And the organization can scale good decisions, not just good reports. Now, if those levels make sense, the big question becomes, why do so many organizations hit level 2 and then stop? Why do they stall there for years? Reason number 1. Dashboards are not decisions. A dashboard can show you that revenue is down 8% in the Northeast region. But a decision requires interpretation and alignment. What's causing it? Is it product mix, pricing, competitor pressure, sales coverage, fulfillment issues? And even if you know the cause, who's accountable to act? By when? With what trade-offs? Dashboards inform. Decisions require a pathway from insight to action. Reason number 2. BI is treated like a tool purchase, not a capability build. It's easy to buy software. It's much harder to change how meetings run, how performance is managed, how teams prioritize work, and how leaders expect evidence. If BI is the dashboard project, it will stay in the analytics corner. If BI is how we run the business, it starts to mature. Reason number 3. Ownership is unclear. This is a big one. Who actually owns BI outcomes? Is it IT because the data lives in systems? Is it the analytics team because they build reports? Is it the business because they're the ones making decisions? If the answer is kind of everyone, it usually becomes effectively no one. And when no one owns the outcome, BI becomes a service desk. Can you build me a dashboard? Not a strategic function. Can you help us improve decision quality? Reason number 4. Data literacy gaps. People don't act on what they don't understand. If leaders and teams can't interpret a trend, question the assumptions, or spot when a chart is misleading, they'll default back to instinct. And they'll use the dashboard selectively, like a prop to justify decisions they already wanted to make. Reason number 5. There's no feedback loop. A lot of dashboards are treated like finished products. They get launched with a big announcement, and then they quietly age. Business definitions drift. Priorities change. New products launch. Old KPIs become irrelevant. But the dashboard stays the same. Without iteration, you don't get learning. Without learning, you don't get maturity. Okay, so if level 2 is the common plateau, how do you actually break out of it? Let's get practical. The goal is to move toward level 3 and beyond, where BI produces insight that changes behavior and eventually becomes predictive and decision-driven. Step 1. Redefine BI as a decision function. This is the mindset shift. Instead of starting with, what data do we have? Start with, what decisions are we making repeatedly, and which ones matter most? Pricing decisions. Inventory decisions. Customer retention decisions. Sales territory decisions. If you can name the decision, you can build BI around improving it. If you can't name the decision, you're usually building dashboards around curiosity, not impact. Step 2. Build cross-functional BI squads. Pair analysts with business owners. Not business stakeholders who show up once a month, but real owners. Someone who is responsible for the decision and the outcome. Insight without context becomes noise. Context without insight becomes opinion. You need both, working together, to turn data into action. Step 3. Create an operating rhythm for BI. This is where a lot of companies level up quickly. Put insight into the calendar, not just into a tool. For example, a weekly insight review where teams look at what changed, what's driving it, and what needs escalation. Then a monthly decision retrospective. Which decisions did we make? What did we expect? What happened? What should we change in our logic? And quarterly strategy alignment. Do our KPIs, dashboards, and analytics priorities still match what leadership says matters? When BI is part of a rhythm, it stops being optional. Step 4. Train for data literacy. I want to be clear, not everyone needs to write SQL or build models. But everyone who makes decisions needs to understand the story behind the numbers. What's a leading indicator versus a lagging indicator? What's correlation versus causation? What does statistically significant actually mean in plain language? How do you sanity check a chart before acting on it? Data literacy is not a nice to have. It's the bridge from reporting to insight. Step 5. Measure decision quality, not just dashboard usage. This is where BI turns into a strategic engine. Track your decision speed. Are we making calls faster without increasing risk? Track decision accuracy. Did the decision produce the intended effect? Track decision consistency. Do different teams make wildly different calls with the same information? And track business impact, revenue, cost, risk, customer outcomes. If you track these, You give BI a real scoreboard. And what gets measured gets improved. Now let's talk about the future, because the next wave is already here. AI is going to widen this maturity gap. And it's going to do it quickly. Companies that stay stuck at level 2 will feel like they're falling behind, even if they have shiny dashboards and modern tools. Here's why. AI performs best in environments where data is clean, where decisions are structured, where processes are consistent, and where teams trust the outputs. If your organization can't agree on what customer means, if your metrics change depending on who asks, if your dashboards aren't tied to actions, then AI doesn't magically fix that. It amplifies the chaos. Over the next 3 to 5 years, expect AI copilots to show up inside everyday workflows. Not as a separate analytics portal, but embedded in CRM, finance systems, supply chain tooling, customer support platforms. Predictive insights will become the default expectation, not a special project. And decision intelligence, the ability to structure decisions, test assumptions, and scale good judgment, will become a core leadership skill. BI maturity will rise globally, but not evenly. The winners will be the organizations that treat BI as a capability, not a reporting function. Let's land this with a few clear takeaways. 1. Most companies stall at level 2 BI maturity, the reporting and dashboard stage. 2. Dashboards alone don't drive decisions, they only provide information. 3. Maturity requires culture, literacy, ownership, and iteration, not just tools. 4. Moving to level 3 and beyond means shifting from reporting outputs to decision intelligence. And 5. AI will widen the gap between mature and immature BI organizations, because it rewards clarity, structure, and trust. If this episode helped you see your BI program more clearly, follow the BI channel for more practical insights on data, AI, and decision intelligence. And share this with your team, especially if you're trying to move from we have dashboards to we make better decisions. This is the BI channel, where data meets decisions.